Alright, hello everybody. Hello, and welcome. How is everyone doing today? Hopefully well, it is. Oh, wait a minute. It is Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. August 19th, 2016. Welcome to today's gameplay stream. I am indeed Darkside Phil. For many of us, this is the end of a busy week of work, right? A lot of people have a 9 to 5 Monday through Friday work week. A lot of people don't. You know, it's different. All different jobs have different kinds of schedules this day and age. Excuse me. Excuse me. We're very quickly approaching the end of summer. Summer is almost over. Yeah, if you can believe it. Which is a good thing. Let's face it, it's a good thing, especially for those of us who are gamers. Even though a lot of people have to go back to school or go back to the grind of their normal life, it also means gaming will pick up. So that's a good thing. And we are rounding out the end of the summer here with ongoing projects, with new stuff that's popping up, and that's a lot of good fun for those who like to watch my streams and my videos. So, welcome. Alright, it is time for more Scarface, ladies and gents. That's right, today's gameplay stream will be more Scarface. Now, just to warn you, after today, I may take 1 to 2 days away from Scarface. I mean, I've been playing Scarface pretty much non-stop recently, which isn't a bad thing. I am making positive progress in the game every day now. It's been several sessions of story progress balanced with the fundraising and all of that. And I haven't hit any walls or anything recently. But I understand that there are those who aren't liking the playthrough or aren't finding it very interesting. In fact, it's like I've said earlier in the week, it's kind of the polar opposite of what I expected. I thought that when I played Sonic 2006 that no one was going to give a shit because the game has such an infamously bad reputation, and that when I played Scarface, people would really like it. It's kind of the opposite. My Sonic 2006 playthrough earlier this month did incredibly well, got way more views and attention than I expected it to. But this Scarface playthrough is not getting much attention at all. So it's kind of the actual polar opposite, but hey, at least I'm enjoying the game. People who are here, the streams have been doing pretty good recently. So I am nearing the end of the game. If you've been paying attention, you know, the way that you can judge your progress in the game is the Scarface logo fills up each letter, and each time a letter fills up, it means that you reached a higher reputation in the game. And there's only 2 letters left. So I'm pretty much almost at the end game here, where we're at the final part of the map and all of that. But I also heard that this becomes the biggest grind, because you have to raise a ridiculous amount of money to actually buy the fronts in the North Beach area of Miami to finish off the game. So we'll see how it goes. I'll be honest here. Alright, I'll be honest. FYI, I may have to put this playthrough on hold for a while, depending on what happens. Here's the deal. I'm playing it today, alright? Tonight, I'm working on my No Man's Sky review for KO Gaming. I don't know if it's going to be ready tonight, but I'm working on it tonight, okay? Tomorrow, I'm actually going to be playing the Titanfall 2 Open Beta. It is available both on the PlayStation 4, as well as the Xbox One this weekend, and I want to play it. You know, I played Titanfall originally years ago when it was new. Was not impressed, only played it a few times, and saw everything the game had to offer and was bored as hell. This is the sequel, and this is the multiplayer beta, so it's a good thing that it exists, so I can try it out and see if there's any improvements, if the game feels any better than the original. So I'm going to be doing that tomorrow on stream, okay? Sunday's up in the air. It might be more Scarface, but quite honestly, once again, I am finding myself craving more Overwatch, because it's been about a week since I played it. So I may do a session of Overwatch instead on Sunday, which means Monday then would be Scarface again. But, I just don't think that I'm going to beat this game between today's stream and maybe a stream on Monday, 6 more hours. I don't think it's enough. Being that the nature of the beast, right? The nature of the beast of how this game is with the fundraising, I get the feeling an entire stream may have to be just fundraising. So there is potential that I could finish this by the end of Monday, but I don't think it's likely, alright? So if I don't finish this by the time the new releases start on Tuesday, it's going to go on hold for a while until we get some downtime, which is probably going to be the first 2 weeks of September. FYI, there's no new releases in the entire first, 10 days of September. Actually, 10, 11, 12. Wow. The first 12 days of September, there's no new releases. So I could easily, at that point, go back to this game to finish it up and balance it in with all the other stuff. Okay? So that's kind of the deal. That's what you can expect in the next several days, okay? Tuesday's a big day. Tuesday, we've got Deus Ex Mankind Divided. Or is it Humanity Divided? It's either Humanity Divided or Mankind Divided. I keep forgetting the name of the secondary name of the new Deus Ex game. Whatever. And then also King of Fighters 14. They both release on Tuesday. Okay? And I'm excited. I'm actually a little disappointed, though. I wanted to do a special late-night stream on Monday of Deus Ex. I really wanted to do maybe 2-3 hours of it. But unfortunately, on PlayStation Network, of course, I'm getting it on PlayStation 4 because I've learned my lesson. I said this earlier this year. I fucking learned my lesson. If I get the chance to buy a game that's cross-platform, I'm buying it on the PS4, period. No more of this, oh, well, I can get it ahead of time on Xbox. I'm not dealing with that shit. After Dark Souls 3, I learned my fucking lesson. I'm getting everything on PS4, okay? But unfortunately, on PlayStation Network, it's not available until midnight Pacific time, meaning 3 a.m. Eastern time, meaning way too fucking late. That's insane. Like, why is it so stupid that it can't just release at the same time worldwide? No, not allowed. Okay. Is it Mankind Divided? And everyone's saying it is Mankind Divided. Okay, good. It's Mankind Divided. That's what I thought it was. But anyway, I'm disappointed. I wanted to do a late night stream, but there's no way I'm doing it at 12 p.m. my time. It's too late. At 3 a.m. Eastern time is insanely late. No one's going to show up. So, people are going to be fucking asleep or playing the game themselves. So I'm not doing it. Which means I will be starting it on Tuesday. Alright? And I'll be splitting, basically every day next week, I'll be splitting between Deus Ex and King of Fighters. So next week will be two completely different styles of game balanced every day. And I'm excited because, number one, I loved Deus Ex Human Revolution. I thought it was a great game. The variety of stuff to do, the optional side content, it was a ton of fun. I really enjoyed that game. And the playthrough was also quite good. People really said it's one of their favorite playthroughs that I've ever done, in a lot of cases. And King of Fighters, a lot of people may not know this, I grew up playing the King of Fighters in arcades alongside Street Fighter. For me, I started with Street Fighter, and then Mortal Kombat, and then Killer Instinct, but during that time period also was the King of Fighters. In 1994 was the very first King of Fighters game. So we're talking, 22 fucking years ago, I was playing the King of Fighters in arcades, and I played 94, 95, 96, 97, and 98 in arcades. And that's when my arcade stopped getting the King of Fighters games. So I played for a good 5+ years those games competitively. And I've played some of the later versions. I played King of Fighters 99, 2000, 2001, 2002. And then later on, I think I played 13. I remember playing it. I think I did it for YouTube, but I didn't like it. I don't remember. I don't really remember. But I'm excited for this one. I actually watched the trailer last night for King of Fighters 14. And I was like, oh, shit. They got all the original characters. Atana's in it. King is in it. Oh, there's Vice. Oh, there's Billy Kane. I love these characters. These are characters that I played all the time back in the day. And I'm excited to try them out in the new King of Fighters. And let's face it, this year has been a pretty big drought for fighters. Because, number one, the biggest fighting game was Street Fighter V, which ended up being a huge disappointment. Both for people who aren't competitive and for me, someone who wanted to play it competitively and hates the fucking game. Because it is basically a piece of crap. With so much input delay and just broken mechanics, the game's a piece of garbage. The best fighter this year so far has been Pokken Tournament. And I played that for a while, but I got bored of it. So I'm looking forward to a new fighter. So this week coming up, I think is going to be a lot of fun. I do. By the way, King of Fighters 14 has tons of content. It's got a story mode, it's got training mode, it's got a time attack mode, it's got online gameplay, it's got basically all the features you would fucking expect from a fighting game at launch, unlike Street Fighter V. There you go. So this week should be fun. This week should be a good week coming up. I'm looking forward to it a lot. Okay? Alright. Anything else? Not really much else to talk about, quite honestly. I'm very optimistic for the coming week, the new stuff coming out. And, of course, the end of this month, we've got Attack on Titan, the video game, and Nuka World in Fallout 4. So that's going to be great, too. So we got 4 big things by the end of the month. And I'm sure there's no way I'm going to finish that. There's just no way that I'm going to be finishing all of that by the end of August. So it's going to spill into early September when, like I said, there's not a lot going on. So that's good. That'll take us maybe into mid-September when we've got games like Recode, as well as the new HD re-release collections, the upgraded collections of BioShock and Dead Rising, both of which I'm planning to replay the original installments of those games during the middle of September. So, could be a good, interesting month. We'll see. Alright. Well, everyone, I could go into massive detail about 100 other things. About spider slaying and all that, but, not really. I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to do my plugs, and we're going to get started. I think I'd rather just start with gameplay than anything else. What do you think? Yes? Sound like a good plan? No? No, people want to hear me keep talking. Alright. So I'm going to keep talking for about 45 more minutes. No, okay, I'm not going to do that. Alright. So, let's just get through the plug segment and then we'll get started, okay? Alright, so thank you for being here on my live stream today of Scarface. I hope that you are eagerly awaiting the new content and the new gameplay. Thank you so far for a great August. August, FYI, has been a much better month than July was in a lot of ways. First of all, just because there was much more important, and not really important, but much more entertaining stuff going on this month than there was last month. Alright. Attendance has been up on live streams, on my on-demand videos, on everything. So thank you for that. I needed that boost after a very, very, very slow July. And I think it's going to have a very positive and exciting end of the month here, with the next 2 weeks having all these new releases coming out. Okay? So thank you for that. Thank you for watching the live streams. Thank you for watching the on-demand videos. Thanks for everything. There are many ways, if you enjoy my content on YouTube, that you can help, keep it going. Help this effort to continue. Because I am a one-man show. I don't have any kind of financial backing from anyone. I don't have any kind of promotion with anyone. No corroboration or collaboration. It's just the one-man show. It's always been like that, and it's always going to be like that, I get the feeling. Unless there's a huge turnaround at some point, but I'm not really foreseeing it, since I've already been on YouTube for almost 8 years at this point. Okay? So, what can you do? Well, first of all, you can spread the word. If you watch a fun, a fun playthrough, you watch a fun stream, spread the word. Because it is word of mouth that helps me to spread on the YouTubes. On the YouTubes. Yes, it is word of mouth. You may be surprised at that, but it is true. It's word of mouth that really gets attention out there to my stuff. Okay? Please, check the description of all of my videos and live streams. Especially if you're interested in Loot Crate, the monthly subscription service where you can get cool stuff, collectibles, little trophies, action figures, t-shirts, posters, and they have many different subscriptions based off of various things. There's a general pop culture one, there's anime, there's gaming, there's one that's based just on apparel, and I have a discount code in the description of all of my videos and streams that you can use to save 10% on any new subscription. So please check it out. And the code is SaveMe10DSP, by the way, and that is good on any subscription on Loot Crate. And, by the way, if you use that code, I get a little bit of a kickback there for it. So, just throwing that out there, it helps. Number 2, please follow me on Twitter, @TheyCallMeDSP. Social media is key to business success on the internet. And the bottom line is, it behooves you to follow me because you'll get nightly schedule updates. So you always know what I'm doing the next day. You'll get all kinds of information about what I'm up to. Pictures and comments on TV shows and movies I'm watching. All kinds of stuff. Alright? So, please follow me @TheyCallMeDSP on Twitter. And if you do follow me, by the way, please consider liking and or retweeting the tweets that I put out that you enjoy, because the more reach that I have on social media, the better it is. Number 3, KO Gaming, my channel this year, which is very successful, way more successful actually than I planned on it being, but that's a good thing. This is a channel where I do edited content, I do retrospectives, I do countdowns, I do game reviews, first impressions, all kinds of stuff like that. And it's much different than the stuff that you see here on DSPGaming because it's not raw and uncut, it's edited, it's stylized, it looks a lot nicer. So check it out at youtube.com/KOGaming1. And again, if you like it, please spread the word. The channel at this point almost has 22,000 subscribers and growing. So thank you for that. Patreon, ladies and gentlemen. Patreon.com/DarksidePhil. This is the biggest way if you really are a supporter of mine and you want to see me continue to be able to do this as a job. This is one of the biggest ways that you can contribute, all right? Your monthly pledges allow me to continue doing this full time rather than just as a side thing like it started way back in 2008. I've been able to do this full time since 2011, and the past 2 years, Patreon has helped me to continue doing so. You get perks for your pledges, including text and verbal thank yous in my videos, getting premium forum access, being able to get your questions answered on my bi-monthly Q&A show, Ask the King, and getting your own private Q&A video made. And this month, of course, ladies and gents, the monthly goal for the month of August is to have a full playthrough of one of the following games: Jak 3, Banjo-Kazooie, or Crash 3 Warped. And if we hit the funding goal for this month, via all the contributions of everyone who pledges to my Patreon, those who pledge $5 or more by the end of the month will be able to vote on which game they want to see. So the power is in the hands of the patrons. I'm doing a full playthrough of one of these games in September as direct feedback to what I've gotten from people who've pledged and said they're a little disappointed with some of my past goals because they didn't amount into full playthroughs. Okay? So, please consider pledging if you have not yet. But also understand that if you have not pledged and you're like, man, I'd really like to get in on this, but I can't afford $5, as little as $1 a month helps. The most successful people who use Patreon as a fundraising effort have a ridiculously large amount of people who give a tiny amount. I'm not kidding you. Go check these guys who are bringing in tens of thousands of dollars a month. They're bringing in 1,000 people who are giving $1. I'm not kidding. That's how it works. You get a ton of people who like what you do, giving a negligible amount of money, so it doesn't affect your pocket really, but it adds up for the person who's using Patreon. So please consider pledging if you have not yet. Right at this point, we've got 13 days left in the month. 13 days to hit the funding goal. And the good news is, we're only $162 below the goal. That's not a lot, you know. It's certainly not what it used to. It used to show $400 or $500 because my Patreon page was all messed up and wrong. So I fixed it and changed it. And please consider pledging if you haven't, because I would really like to do a full playthrough of one of these games come September. All right, but we have to hit it, right? We have to hit the goal in order for me to give the celebratory reward, which is what this really is. Okay. And then last but not least, my girlfriend Leanna owns her own business called The Black Currant, where she sells handmade glycerin soaps and wax tart melts. And I certainly hope that you will check it out. If you have not yet, don't take my word for it that this business is good stuff and that the soap that she makes and the wax tarts that she makes is good stuff. There's tons of customer testimonials on her site. Check it out at etsy.com/shop/The Black Currant. High quality stuff, much better than what you would usually buy in the stores. It's great for yourself. It's great for a gift. There's lots of great situations that you might want to purchase something from the store. Okay, so give it a look, and hopefully you will check it out. Many have already and really like it. And I do want to say one quick thing. Apologies to those who maybe check it out, and unfortunately, Leanna is not able to ship to you. Yesterday, apparently, someone in the stream chat said they actually wanted to buy something, but they live in Austria, and apparently, Etsy would not ship to Austria. And that is the case, unfortunately, with export licensing and all these regulations of what can be shipped where and all of that. Sadly, a lot of the times, things cannot be shipped completely worldwide. Soap is one of them. Soap actually has these requirements on it. And so, really, honestly, it can only be shipped to certain countries. Like, I know she can ship to Canada, Mexico, Australia, Great Britain, and a few other European countries. I don't know exactly where she can and can't specifically. I can't say, oh, this one and this one. But there are countries that, unfortunately, she's not allowed to ship to, and I believe Austria might be one of them. Okay. Alright, so anyway, I digress. Thanks, everyone, for checking it out. Hopefully, some of you will give it a try. And that is it for the pre-stream. It is now time to start up with Scarface yet again. Alright, folks. Thank you, and let us begin with Scarface gameplay. Here we go.